Chapter 55 Return of Master Liu Nian. Dang. The sword dipper stopped in mid-air alive and was grasped by the palm dipper in its palm to death. What? Song Shengping's face changed. Song Shengping dragged the long sword with all his might, but the sword dipper was motionless, fixed there in general. Slowly, from that void crack, a man with a white monk's robe for a month came out, and it was none other than Grandmaster Liu Nian. Killing or a good heavy sword. If not delayed for a while, it would have stabbed into my body by now. Right, Master Liu Nian said, in an icy tone. Coching. A violent force was applied in his hand. Boom. The sword dipper burst apart with a loud bang, and along with the long sword in Song Shengping's hand, a large number of cracks appeared. Liu Nian. Song Shengping crossed his hand and slapped his palm. A huge palm dipper coalesced out and blasted, the void swirling up like a storm. HMPH. Master Liu Nian let out a cold snort as he extended his index finger with his right hand and fiercely jabbed it. A finger dipper coalesced in the void. Boom. The palm dipper was poked and exploded with a loud bang, and the finger dipper went unabated to instantly arrive in front of Song Shengping. Not good. Song Shengping's face changed, and he quickly blocked with his elbow. Boom. Song Shengping was sent flying out with a loud bang. Pfft. A mouthful of blood sprayed out in mid-air. Song Shengping showed a shocked expression. He had guessed that Master Liu Nian was fierce, but he hadn't expected to be so fierce. Was he simply powerless in front of him? Go! Song Shengping let out a loud shout. Shoo! Turning his head, Song Shengping flew towards the bottom of the mountain, heading straight for Li King. Boom! Grabbing Li King, he flew off into the distance. Sovereign ran away. Sovereign is not his opponent. It's over, run. The crowd of demonized people instantly turned around and left in shock. Want to leave? HMPH. Master Liu Nian let out a cold snort and poked out his left hand. A scurry of Buddha beads was sheathed on top of his left hand, as Master Liu Nian waved it towards the sky. Buzz! A string of shadows steeply emerged above the Buddha beads, as if countless strings of Buddha bead shadows flew out in an instant, enveloping everyone in the four directions. One by one, the demonized people were steeply ensnared by the strings of Buddha beads, as if bound in place and unable to move. Let go of me! Let go of me! A crowd of demonized people shrieked ... in the distance. Several strings of Buddha beads steeply surged towards Song Shengping and Li King, who were flying away. Song Shengping's face changed as he probed his hand and struck with a palm. Boom! Steeply crashing through a bunch of Buddha bead shadows, he fled even faster towards the distance. Master Liu Nian, however, frowned and looked in all directions. Beside him, there are 3,000 stone statues. Not far away, Guhai, surrounded by black gas, collapsed on the ground, apparently also suffered quite heavy injuries. A pile of withered bones on the ground. The king's sect is a mess. With the perception of the flow of years master, but also found some places, the body of the disciples of the King clan was disemboweled. The heart and liver are all gone. In front of the Buddha beads, set by the demonized people, all of them had a hideous face, fishy gas, a snake head on their heads, looking evil. What happened? Where is the whole master? Master Liu Nian looked towards Guhai. Quick, chase them back. The whole master is imprisoned. Quick, don't give them a chance to escape. Guhai pointed in the direction of Song Shengping and shouted. Master Liu Nian's face changed. He couldn't say more and stepped his body towards the distance to chase after them. Shoo! In the blink of an eye, Master Quicksilver had already chased him to the sky. Cough, cough, cough. Guhai, however, spat out blood and stood up with difficulty. There were 200 to 300 withered bones on the ground. There were more than 500 demonized people trapped by the Buddha beads. Guhai's eyes were ice cold as he hobbled step by step to one of the demonized people. What are you doing? The demonized man said in shock and anger. The head full of snake heads were in the middle of roaring, as they bared their fangs at Gu Hai. Gu Hai wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth and revealed a fierce smile. There. With one slash, he plunged into the demonized man's body. Who are you? The black gas steeply drilled in, and the rolling skull quickly tore into the flesh and blood of this demonized man. That demonized man was in the midst of screaming in pain. As Gu Hai pulled out the life-destroying sword, that demonized man was already left with a pile of withered bones. Snap! The Buddha bead's shadow dispersed, and the skeleton was scattered all over the ground. What? Senior brother and the others were eaten by Gu Hai's knife. Eaten? No, I don't want to be eaten. I don't want it. Gu Hai, spare my life. Spare me. I'm innocent. I was following orders. The crowd of demonized people were in the midst of their terrified pleas. Gu Hai revealed a fierce smile and said, if you were human, I wouldn't have the heart to kill you, but are you still human? You were cannibalistic devils. Those people you ate, they begged for mercy. Did you spare them? Is the heart and liver of a human being good enough to eat? Is it good? From the moment you decided to become demons, you have been on the opposite side of man. Enemies of man, kill, bear. I don't eat people anymore, don't kill me. One by one, the demonized people were devoured by Gu Hai's Jedi life blade, devilish bodies. Gu Hai would not have any mercy at all. If he didn't kill them, more humans would be devoured by them. Kill. Click, 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 click. This was the power Gu Hai needed the most. The injuries from earlier were quickly recovered. A large amount of energy ran amok in the body, rushing straight to the place of the dungeon. Boom! A great wind bulged out around Gu Hai, blowing away the dead bones around him. Innate realm, 8th level. Gu Hai's eyes lit up. After devouring 800 demonized people, his cultivation actually took this opportunity to break through one more level. Coldly looking at the dead bones on the ground, Gu Hai coldly said, those who eat people should be killed. You're no better, right? Steeply a voice rang out from behind Gu Hai. Gu Hai turned his head to look. However, it was Master Liu Nian who had already returned. And at this moment, he looked at the withered bones all over the ground and coldly stared at Gu Hai. Although he didn't know how Gu Hai did it, but the withered bones all over the ground already explained everything. Gu Hai also had some sort of evil secret method. Grandmaster Liu Nian questioned Gu Hai. Gu Hai, however, was unafraid, grasping the absolute life blade in his hand. While guarding against Master Liu Nian, he said in a cold voice, what? Does Master Liu Nian think that this group of cannibalistic devils shouldn't be killed? Master Liu Nian coldly stared at Gu Hai and said, should be killed, shouldn't be killed this way, should be killed. Your method of killing and my method of killing is just different. The path is different, and you also want to eradicate dissidents, Gu Hai said in a cold voice. Master Liu Nian coldly stared at Gu Hai and was silent for a while. Gu Hai, Hall Master, and I still think highly of you. Don't make a wrong move, Master Liu Nian said in a deep voice. Make a mistake. I don't need Master Liu Nian to bother about my matters, Gu Hai said in a cold voice. Master Liu Nian stared at Gu Hai and was silent for a while, as if he still had an angry rebuke to say, but he held it back raw. Caught up with them, Gu Hai looked towards Master Liu Nian. Grandmaster Liu Nian shook his head. Song Shengping has a dragon fixing ring. He used it to run away. Fixed dragon ring. Gu Hai froze slightly. What's going on here? Can you tell me what happened? Where is the Hall Master? Master Liu Nian frowned and said in a deep voice. Gu Hai sighed slightly and described everything he knew to Master Liu Nian. I've only left this moment, Song Shengping. Good. You really have a lot of guts, Master Liu Nian said with a scowl on his face. Right now, the most important thing is the safety of the Hall Master. Gu Hai frowned. The Hall Master's well-being shouldn't be in danger for a short period of time. Master Liu Nian frowned. Oh, Gu Hai said doubtfully. That Augur dragon. I know, Fu blood. He knows the identity of the Hallmaster. Capturing and imprisoning the Hallmaster is already his limit. He wouldn't dare to harm the Hallmaster unless he's tired of living. Otherwise, even if he gets the dragon vein, there's nowhere for him to escape from heaven and earth. Grandmaster Liu Nian affirmed. That being said, however, it is inevitable that there will still be accidents. The Hallmaster must be rescued, Gu Hai said in a deep voice. Master Liu Nian nodded. Not bad. Master Liu Nian, these 3,000 subordinates of mine came with me this time. They turned into stone statues for your sake. Do you have a way to help them recover? Gu Hai looked at the group of stone statues worriedly. As Master Liu Nian at the 3,000 stone statues, his brows furrowed, and he said with a slight sigh, there is only one way to undo the curse on them. Oh. Kill Li King. If Li King dies, the curse on them is automatically lifted, Grandmaster Liu Nian solemnly said. Gu Hai nodded. Thank you, Grandmaster. No need to thank me. It's me who has to thank you. This time, if it wasn't for you, I don't know when I would be able to return. This 9-5 island has become unsettled. Even if there is a little accident to the Hallmaster, I can't absolve myself of the blame. Liu Nian Master shook his head. You guys, did you find it in the netherworld? Gu Hai said curiously. Gu Hai frowned slightly and did not continue to pursue. After all, there were still extremely tricky matters in the Yong world. Master Liu Nian, these 3,000 subordinates of mine can't be left here in the wind and rain. Can you help me bring them to the ancient mansion? Gu Hai asked. Good. Probing his hand, Master Liu Nian flew out a huge flying boat from his sleeve. Boom. The flying boat was extremely huge. Between Master Liu Nian's wave of his hand, a stream of white clouds steeply appeared under the feet of a group of stone statues. Holding the group of stone statues as they slowly floated up and slowly landed on the flying boat, Gu Hai was running to the surrounding palace to search up. At the same time, while avoiding Master Liu Nian's gaze, he transformed the absolute life blade into a ribcage once again and hid it in his body. Servant Master Gu, what else are you looking for? Master Liu Nian said doubtfully. Gu Hai said with a slight burst of bitter smile. But I owe a whole lot of external debt because of you. I must look for spirit stones and pay off my debt. Oh, Master Liu Nian instantly recalled Gu Hai's earlier description. No need to search. Time is running out. Your external debt. I'll pay it. After all, it's because of me. Grandmaster Liu Nian opened his mouth. Oh, Gu Hai unexpectedly looked at Master Liu Nian. Wow. With a flip of his hand, a large amount of top-grade spirit stones appeared out of thin air. Obviously Master Liu Nian also had a small space. Gu Hai wasn't polite and put it away with a probing hand. Master Liu Nian was extremely generous. This amount of spirit stones was actually 10 times more than what he had borrowed. Landlord let's go, Master Liu Nian said in a deep voice. Gu Hai nodded and stepped onto the flying boat with Grandmaster Liu Nian, flying quickly in the direction of the ancient mansion.